welcome back to the channel. Bike week's over. Wah! No! But there's plenty of other stuff to do around Central Florida. So we're going to go head down to Cape Canaveral today. Go try to find some wildlife and see how close we can get to the launch pads and the old shuttle landing strip. So thanks for tuning back in, and let's get on down there. Up here on the left is the Boston Whaler recreational boat factory. They moved down here from Massachusetts. I think it was in the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. I started working at that place back in late 98 in the government commercial division, building boats for the military and state, local fire rescue and police. It was hot, dirty, hard work, but it paid well and had good benefits. Wound up working there for over 17 years between full and part-time. And we'll take a left here, down onto Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. Now we're entering NASA Kennedy Space Center property. Stop at Haulover Canal, which is another 8.5 miles on this rural road here. I decided to pull over to show you guys that the property that Kennedy Space Center sits on was at one time where people used to live before the government took over the property. And this is just one little bit of evidence, a small cemetery with 3 people in it. And there's also some spots along here also where there was some schools, but the buildings are long deteriorated. And the long walk back to the bike. Pretty quiet out here though, other than people fishing and boating and just going for a ride. There's not much going on out here right now in this part of the area. Yeah, watch out for snakes. Clifton Colored School. Alright, coming up here on the left is the pull-off for Haulover Canal. The Manatee observation deck there as well. And the bridge is up there. So we'll go see if we can see some Florida wildlife. let's go try to find some alligators on BioLab Road. See it in the camera, but way down there to the left, that's the launch pad area with all those aerials sticking up into the sky. I gotta get off the bike for a minute. I was too busy looking for alligators. I slammed into a pothole. Nice big deep one. Don't want to get too deep on this road. Sometimes there's alligators on both sides, and sometimes there's hardly any alligators at all, so I want to get a flat tire. There's one. We'll circle back around and take a quicker, or a closer look, I should say. Find a good spot to turn around so I don't dump this thing over. Definitely don't want to do that with a pretty decent sized alligator in the area. See him very well or not, but I'm guessing that is probably, from what I can see of his back, that's probably 9-foot alligator, considering what their tails usually look like. Once you get past the hump of their back, he's just over there chilling out. That's the first sighting of the day. I wonder if we'll find any more. That alligator had that little marshy area all to himself. The big dog in the house. This rutted up area here. I don't know if a pig did that or what. Maybe a gator, I don't know. Probably a pig though. If I was a pig, I wouldn't be anywhere near that pond. There's another alligator right down there. Probably looks tiny on the camera, but I'm guessing he's probably 6 to 7 feet. if you can see that little blob down there in the canal, right in the middle, that's a big alligator head. I saw him and I turned around and he had disappeared, but he popped back up. I don't think he likes the sound of my motorcycle though. Yeah, looks like he's moving away. Changed direction, now he's going to the right. It's a pretty big head. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice because I don't have it zoomed in at the moment. Not that the zooming in does a lot of good, but it gets a little bit closer. Off in the distance there is launch pad 39A and 39B of the Kennedy Space Center complex. And barely peeking over the trees is the Space Shuttle Vehicle Assembly Building. And here we are at the Atlantic Ocean. Way off in the distance you can see all the radar sites and support buildings and launch pads.